Hi guys, today I want to use my article written on Substack in order to clarify my position in respect to certain videos I see circulating on YouTube about legends, calling legends. I've written arguments against calling legends people without credible portfolios. Nice try, but it doesn't work. The inflation of the word legend in street photography due to hype, YouTube numbers or social media charisma is just childish. And typical of the ones who call attention and at the same time they are constantly try to raise up the controversies. Too bad that in our small world of street photography, that is a very small world, there is a circle that is a circus, thinking that festivals are the badge of credibility, when there is not. The sons of a Bitcoin promoter are not credible at all. And beware of that. If you follow the same path, you could become a Bitcoin promoter too, and even worse, a 100% carnivore. Legend status requires a body of work, not a subscriber count. A true legend is measured by the depth, consistency, and historical relevance of their photography. Fame from YouTube or Instagram doesn't automatically translate into artistic value. Photography is about images, not promotion. Every photographer has his history through photos, not the other things. Someone may be a great promoter or content creator, but unless they have a substantial, recognizable portfolio of photographs, they cannot be considered a legendary photographer. They do very good videos, but to the end of the game, what it marks the real difference for a photographer is always the same: a portfolio. Historical comparison exposes the weakness. Legends like Gary Winogrand, Daido Moriyama or Alex Webb earned their status through decades of work, publications and exhibitions, not through algorithms. Comparing YouTube or a blog fame to this legacy dilutes the meaning of a legend. Credibility requires recognition outside of self-promotion. If the only validations comes from their own platforms, YouTube channels, self-published zines or social media followers, it's not the same as recognition from established institutions, respected peers or critical discourse. Think about street photographers. Most of them are simple amateurs with publications in photo scenes. They are not making a living with photography, and art directors are not hiring them. The current street photographer is making great jobs in terms of quality and also making a living with photography is Daniel Arnold, that work I respect a lot, which work I deeply respect. The risk of confusing entertainment with artistry. YouTube street photography often prioritize spectacles, gear talk, pop walking videos, tutorials, everybody street model, over images. Being a good entertainer doesn't make someone a legendary photographer. Please note, I'm not denying the importance in terms of giving inspirations and doing things for photography. Here I am putting the point on the quality of their proposal as street photographers, which is a different thing. Longevity matters. A legend has a career that stands the test of the time. Many internet famous photographers fade quickly once the trend moves on. I know a lot of photographers lasting 5 years and then disappear. Without a sustained trajectory, the title of legend is premature. Contribution to the medium is key. Legends expand, redefine or deeply influence street photography. If someone hasn't contributed a distinctive vision, philosophy or a new aesthetic approach, they are not reshaping the genre. Ergo, to imitate Alex Webb or Daido Moriyama or Bruce Gilden is not making you a legend, simply because those three photographers created an approach and style, you not. Publishing and exhibiting versus posting. Exhibitions, books and curated shows are ways legends leave tangible marks on culture. Merely uploading content online is not the same as producing lasting, archival contributions to photography. More than that, how many street photographers worked for important brands? Yes, there you can find also an answer. Critical discourse matters. Legends are written about, critiqued, and debated in photography circles. If someone's legend status is only issued in their own comments section, it lacks the weight of critical recognition. And no, not even if debated on YouTube and just there is not making you a legend. Calling everyone a legend devalues real legends. When we place hype-driven personalities on the same pedestal as photographers who devoted their lives to the craft, we flatten history and disrespect those who genuinely changed the medium. Conclusion: next time you watch a video about legends, please consider that is just a way to attract people without a real justification, beside to make social media numbers. So guys, with this post on Substack, I invite you to subscribe to my Substack, where I am sharing my experience as a photographer in general, not just as a street photographer, because I am not just a street photographer, and that is my fault, because right now, if you are just a street photographer, you are respected. If you are doing other things, no. And that is ridiculous, because most of the masters didn't make just street photography. So guys, there are a lot of wannabe on YouTube, a lot of photographers making great things, great videos. They are better than me on videos. That is not a race. I am not participating in that. I don't consider, I am consider myself a good street photographer, but clearly not a legend. Not even for a joke. I am still learning. I am sharing my learning path. Yes, I am giving street photography workshops and photographic and I lead photographic expeditions since 2011, but this doesn't mean that I am in a pedestal of a great master of photography. I do a job. My professional career is to be a photographer. I worked for Leica, for Burberry, for recently for L'Equipe, in order to say the most important brands that I worked with, worked on assignment. I collaborated with several agencies, journalistic agencies, but that is not the point. The point is guys, that I see a lot of photographers making great videos, but to the end their photography is not that good, not even as street photographers on YouTube. I am committed to create a community of street photographers on YouTube. I see more YouTubers right now that are street photographers. That is good, but also it's important to say that most of these great video makers are not good street photographers, and they act as good street photographers. The audience thinks they are good street photographer just because they are inspiring people, but to inspire people with a video is something different than being a good street photographer. So guys, don't fall in the trap to believe that someone that is making something with the everybody street model in New York for this reason is a good video maker, and I recognize that, but to be a good street photographer is another thing. Then there are the sons of Eric Kim, to make an example, and these sons of Eric Kim repeat the same formula again and again. This is not an attack to Eric Kim. I even stayed with him on Los Angeles in 2011 for I shared the same exhibition in Los Angeles in the Think Tank Gallery. I don't have anything with Eric Kim, but right now he's publishing just Bitcoin promotions and gymnasium improvements and things like that, like eat beef because it's better to eat just beef. So that is not a personal attack, but to say that is still the most important blog for street photography when is not, because he's talking about other things that I am not interested at all. Like many street photographers, I am pretty sure, because they said me that that are not interested at all with the things that right now is promoting. So everyone is free to promote what they want, but I am free to say what I think about peculiar things that are inflated, pushed out in order to make a different narrative respect to what is street photography in reality. Also, YouTube is promoting through these YouTubers, these street photographers YouTubers, the concept, the idea that if you are a street photographer just if you use certain mirrorless cameras and Leica. That is not true. You can make street photography with smartphone, with very old cameras, like I am doing, because I am using all the DSLR cameras and all the Sony. You don't need to be rich to make this genre, because right now it seems that just like the rich guy can make street photography, when the street, the real street, is not a field for the rich, in the sense that they don't get the reality of the life, because they are used to go with cars. They don't go in public transportation most of the time. So there are a lot of things that the narrative wants to give, but they are not true. Thank you guys to listen me today. I think that I said something interesting, and it is my idea, of course, but thank you guys. We'll see you next with other things, because I want to say some truth, some personal truth about this thing called street photography, and I am going to say something more about all this street photography circus that in 2011 was different from the thing that is right now. We will talk about the festivals, we will talk about a gathering of street photographers 18 me, we will talk about a lot of things that you need to know in order to understand what is this complicated word called street photography. Thank you guys, and let's go out and make photography, because it's very important. We are the witnesses of our times, and our times are pretty interesting in order to document this society right now. Keep watching, put a comment, let me know your experience with street photography, if you think that is just for the rich kid, if you think that I am wrong, because I accept also if I am wrong. I don't accept the trolls, the haters that I say right now that I am going to delete every attack, every personal attack from this video. Just polished comment are accepted. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.